Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video tutorial, and in this set I'm going to be using some snake skin nail foil and also some decals. Now back when I was on my AliExpress kick and I ordered a ton of nail foils, they basically just got put in my drawer and I really haven't used them as much as I should. So I'm happy that I got to pull them out and we're going to use some of those in this set. So this client has came in and I'm doing a full set on her. So I'm going to start with my natural nail prep. So I'm pushing back her eponychium. I'm using my cuticle pusher, and you can see right before I go in and push those back, I just spray a little bit of alcohol just to loosen that skin up so I won't be struggling to push that skin back. Now I'm coming in with my cuticle bit and I'm just going to go around her nail plate. I'm going to do the whole left side first, and then I'll put my bit in reverse and I will do the opposite side. Next, I'm going to come in with my sanding bit, and she did have a little bit of acrylic left on her nail plate. So I'm just going to take the chance now and remove any of that leftover acrylic that's still on there. So once I have my natural nail prep done, I'm going to go in and start applying my tips. Now these tips I'm using, I will link them in the description. They are the stiletto tips from Amazon and they are my favorite. I love them because you can create any shape with these tips. Now this client, she is going to be going for a coffin shape. So I just took down the length and I barely kind of nicked the sides of the tips at the top, and then I filed them into shape. Now I'm coming in with my dehydrator. I'm going to place that on the nail plate, and then after that I'm going to come in and prime, and I always prime twice. And I'm using Mia's Secret for this. I always use Mia's Secret. It works for me, so I just stick with it. So to start my set, I'm going to start on the pinky, and this color that I'm using, it is from my local nail supply store. It is a no brand acrylic name, so it's basically their brand at the store, and it really is beautiful. Every once in a while I'll go through and I'll get some of their colors, and some of them are actually pretty good. So don't sleep on your local nail supply. Sometimes they have really cute colors. This is kind of almost like a blueberry color. So it's blueberry, but it's more like a lighter cool tone blueberry. And the only thing though about this color, it is sheer, so you have to build it up. And this day the acrylic wasn't really working with me. It was kind of drying slow, so I really had to take my time and pat it out. So once I have that done, I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead, and as you can see, I placed that bead there and then I let it flow down. Then I tucked it into the side, and when you tuck in the side jaw, really make sure that you tuck that product in. A lot of times the most of that bulk comes from the sides, so this is where you really want to focus on applying your cuticle bead and keeping it all tucked in. Now once you have it tucked in, you can see I'm just walking it down, and then once I have it where I want it, I'll just blend it through the tip. Now I did have a little sheerness at the top, so that's why I took this bead all the way down, and you can still see a little bit of sheerness there on that right side. So once I have all of this blended out, I'm going to go in and add just another small bead right there where it's sheared, just to give that color the full opaqueness. So for this one, I'm going to be using my foil to create a French. So for now, I'm going to make this just the full color of the nude. Now, same thing, I'm going to apply this color. I'm going to walk it down, and I'm going to do this in a 2 bead method. So I'm going to start right here again, y'all, on the cuticle bead, and watch how I apply it there and let it kind of spread out. And then it's already inside of the lines of the tip. If you can see the perimeter of the tip, you can tell that I'm keeping that bead inside of that. So I just walked it down and now I'm just blending it out. This is such a huge difference to my application. I'm telling you guys, it is the small things that make such a huge difference. So really focus on your cuticle area, or when you're applying your cuticle application, if you feel like your nails have been too bulky or if you're having to file too much off of that, try that and just make sure that you're keeping that bead in. So now I'm going to come to the ring finger and I'm going to take that blue and I'm going to be doing a ombre. So before I applied this blue, I didn't show it, but I applied a clear base. I always do that, y'all. It just makes for a smooth transition when you're going in and you're applying your ombre. So I'm going to apply that and I'm just going to start walking that down. And notice when I'm applying my first bead, I always do a patting motion. So pretty much at this point when I first start out, I'm always just patting that acrylic down because I want it to be my structure. I want to get the full color from that powder. If you go in and you start trying to just blend it and smooth it right from the get-go, your acrylic is going to end up sheer, and then you're going to have to just keep applying and keep applying on top of that. So always know when to pat. So after I apply that, I'm going to just let that sit. So I'm going to come over to this finger, and on this one, y'all, I'm going to be doing my nail stickers on this one. So this one will be just a full nude. So here I'm coming and applying that nude color, and I'm being very intentional about how I apply this acrylic, you guys. And I know it's probably repetitive that I always kind of say it, but these are the important things that you need to be doing if you want to make sure that you're going to have a good application. So you can see I really tucked that powder in when I first applied it, and now I'm just taking that bead and I'm walking it down. I'm patting it down. I'm using the body of the brush to walk that product down. I also make sure that I really focus on the side. I take the side of my brush and I really make sure that that acrylic is inside of that tip and that the tip is free of any kind of product. I do it on the sides of the nail and at the very tip. I really focus on keeping that acrylic powder in. So when I come in and file, I won't have much to do and it'll be a sharper shape. So now I'm going to come back to that ombre. I'm going to start with my nude color and I'm going to place it right there where that blue color ended, and I'm going to pat it into place first. So I'm going to pat it, I'm going to start bringing it down, and then once I have it down and I have all that tucked in, then I will blend it down. But first I want to make sure that I have enough of that color built up so it won't be sheer and you can see through it into the blue. So that's why I tucked it in, walked it down, and then when I'm down far enough towards the blue, I can go in and blend that out. So I'm going to come in with another bead, and I always like to split my ombres up. So these are done in 3 beads. And if I need to apply more, then I'll do it in another bead. So same thing with my cuticle. I'm going to place that bead, tuck in the sides, and then I'm going to smooth it out. So that one needed a little bit more, so I'm coming in with another bead. I'm going to make sure that that back area is flushed, and then I'm going to come in, y'all, walk it down, and I'm going to start on that right side, and I'm going to blend through on the right side, then through the middle, and then through the other side. That has also been something I've been doing different, and it is really helping with that back area when I go in and start my finish filing. So like I said, all of these things in combination, I've been doing different. And the thumb will be just a full color of that blue. Alright, so once I have my application done, I'm going to start my filing process. I'm going to start by using my hand file and just carving out the edges of those nails. So this is when I really get in and start making these nails sharp. And like I said, if you applied your acrylic and you kept it inside of that tip, you're not going to have a lot to do, and that is going to make for a sharper shape. Okay, so after I do all 10 nails and I use my hand file and get them into shape, I go in with my E-file, and for this one I didn't use my safety bit. They were pretty good, so all I had to do was go in with my sanding band and smooth them out. And as you can see, they look good. I really didn't have to do a whole lot when it came to the shaping because of the application. Okay, so to start my design, I'm going to use that Cricut foil gel, and I'm going to be applying that to 2 of the nails. Now, I applied it to the pinky, which I guess I didn't press record, but I applied only half of it to the left side of that nail. So now I'm coming in, and this is going to be my French. So I applied it only halfway towards the nail, but I should have applied the Cricut foil gel all over the nail. And I'm going to start by taking my foil and lining it up. I'm going to place it over the nail as straight as I can. And then I'm going to just lay it on the nail, and then I'm going to start smoothing it out. You want to smooth it out all in one piece. Don't take your foil and kind of press it up and down. Cover it all over the nail, and I mean really rub that foil in. You really want to make sure that you're pressing that foil in. Now, when it comes time to remove this foil, the other hand, I always just would remove it like from the side, but for some reason I went back and look, I removed it going all the way back, like in a vertical position, and y'all, it did not miss any spots. So before I was doing it, and I would always have to go in and kind of place some more foil over it, but when you remove it like that, it comes out perfect. So now I'm going to start creating my French, and I'm just taking my little art brush, and I'm going to start in the center of that nail and just start carving that French out. Now, once I kind of have it going, I'm going to turn her hand around, and then I'm really going to be able to see exactly where I need to remove that foil. And you can keep just, turning her back and turning her around. Always start little by little, so that way you won't take off too much. So here I'm going to apply my nail stickers, and these are just some little black snakes that I made with my Cricut, y'all. And I'm going to apply that on the pointer finger. And with this, you just want to be real careful. If it's possible, do not touch the back of that sticker at all. I picked it up with my tweezers, I applied it on the nail, and now I'm really just pressing that sticker in. When it comes to these stickers, if you touch it, you can lose your stickiness. And same thing with the sticker, you really want to make sure that you rub that in so none of it is sticking up. So to finish these, I'm just going to be applying some bling, and I'm not doing a lot. I used some AB crystals, a teardrop, and then I used also some light blue crystals. And I basically just put that at the back of the cuticle area and then up. And that's it. These nails are done. They came out so good. If you have a bunch of foil like me and you need to do something with it, this would be a really simple design to do, but really cute also. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.